What's up, guys? It's Josh from Baseball Lifestyle 101 back again with a little bit more of an MLB recap. We've got Chris Sale getting Tommy John. We got more players mic'd up, and we got the Angels employees cheating. We got a ton of stuff going on right now, going on in the MLB, like I was just saying. We're going to start off with more mic'd up. We saw Pete Alonso, Dom Smith, and most recently, Freddie Freeman mic'd up on the baseball field. And I'm telling you, these mic'd up situations just get better and better. We're really going to see the true personality of all these players. And it's bringing me personally so much joy because I had no idea that Dom Smith was the team clown. I had no idea that, you know Pete Alonso and how he is on social media, but you never really hear him during a game. And yes, it's spring training, but we heard Pete drop the F-bomb. We heard his personality. Dom Smith's mic cut out, so Dom Smith was basically just talking to himself, and at one point started signaling to the other guys. If they could hear me, start doing some signs. They started doing like signs, and it was just a great time.
Jeff, tell us again how you got the name Squirrel, where that comes from.
College. I was playing outfield and making diving catches, I guess. And
diving catches.
My buddy called me a flying squirrel, and somebody in the minor leagues found out about it, and it kind of grew from there, and then stuck with me in the big leagues. So
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He hates the nickname Squirrel. He
My name is
absolutely
Jeff.
hates it.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Dom, you're up next in the inning, so you're going to be mic'd up. Are you going to be this talkative when you're at the plate?
Oh yeah, I'll talk. I'll open up my mind and my thoughts with you guys. Let you guys in to what I'm thinking. And
we're just asking for one huge sellout hack.
Oh yeah, for sure. First pitch.
Oh, there it is, Dom. Oh,
Get it,
Dom.
There we go.
Don't pat it. Don't
There
pat
we
it.
go. Ah, I caught it.
Look at that.
Nice.
Look at him.
Oh! Yes!
Get it!
Go!
Get it!
Go!
Get it! Oh! So close.
Hey kid, if you weren't so skinny, maybe that would have gone out.
Last year.
Just because it was my first year, it felt like I've been there for a couple years. I think.
I can't hear anything.
I'm talking. Quit interrupting.
You guys can still hear me? I can't hear you guys.
I think.
It's okay?
I think he
All
can
right.
hear us. He just wants
It's
to interrupt me, of course. We just let it happen. Just let him talk. Let him be in his own world. And
I really wish I could hear what you guys are saying. Jeff, you know sign language? Could you sign me?
So he could
real signs.
Oh,
okay.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no worries. How you guys doing?
We're doing great.
How you doing, babe? I'm hot, by the way. Estoy caliente, papi. Caliente, huh? See, hey, if he gets over here, I'm going to give him hell.
Okay.
Is your earpiece okay, old man? You guys are interrupting me and Tommy's conversation. Hit me! Hit me! Good one. Of course he's making the salsa. You guys just get that? Oh, weird. Weird. It's not Jack Link's beef jerky, the stuff you get at a gas station.
I think we should do this every day.
Don't take it off.
Again, another situation with guys showcasing their personalities, who they are, what they're about. Overall great. And the most recent one with Freddie Freeman was hilarious as well. Freddie got up to the bat against Eduardo Rodriguez of the Red Sox, and he's talking to guys in the booth, and he goes through his whole at bat, and he's talking about, which we'll show the clip obviously, but he's just talking about like what pitch is coming. He swings and misses, absolutely takes a hack, and he's like, you guys feel it up there. Like, Freddie Freeman's personality again, hilarious.
Hey, Freddie. How you doing, buddy?
Guys, I'm trying to catch a ground ball. Stop trying to make me do a thumbs up over here.
Hey, do you have seeds right now in your mouth? What do you got working?
I could hear Chipper talking. He sounds good. Chipper said I was going to fall in the 3-hole after. Ronald just is, he's my pick to win the MVP this year. I got a hot mic. All right? This isn't going to go well. I'm already distracted.
I'm going to try and catch him. So we'll see how it goes.
All right.
It's your first at bat ever with me in your ear.
I know. First pitch heater.
That's one more swing that you ever
See that up there? See that look? I'm sure you guys felt that up there. Oh boy. No.
What are we looking at repertoire-wise right here, Freddie?
What'd you say?
I said, what are we looking at repertoire-wise right here?
Yeah. I'm gonna try and bloop one in. No, change up in. They've been doing that a lot lately. Yeah, they're talking to me, yeah. Chipper's in my ear and he won't leave me alone. I'm trying to hit a fastball here. I know you don't have to do that anymore.
It's a lot easier up here, buddy.
I know. That probably looked like a ball out of his hand and I almost swung at it. All right. It's got to be spring training 3-1 heater, right?
You would think so, but you're Freddie Freeman.
I'm just going to try and hit a line drive. No!
I love it. So, whenever he gets frustrated with himself, he either says two things. He either goes, shoot, or no. So you just got one of those.
All right. Of course, I haven't struck out one time this spring. Here we go. Of course, right when Chipper's watching me. He makes me nervous. No. Oh, I look like Chipper right there.
What'd you do to earn that kind of strike zone? Jeez.
Oh, here we go. Oh, watch this. There's win, boys. There's win. There's win. There's win. He's right. He's gonna score. Right. There's win. Come on.
Now, there's a couple of things. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this during the season. I don't know if they will do this during the season because I can see, honestly, how distracting it can be to a player because you're hearing the announcers literally laugh in your ear as you're up to the plate. So I honestly doubt that this will be a regular thing going on during the season. Now, with that being said, I really do think this could help bring up ratings for like Sunday Night Baseball, which we always love with A-Rod, and it's always a great, just a great show and entertainment. Adding on this factor with some guy that's mic'd up during the game, I think that could be some really, really amazing entertainment. So we'll see where MLB takes this. They're doing a great job with the mic'd up. People love it. You know, again, we're not sure you're going to take a certain player that's going to want to do it, but again, amazing job with MLB doing that right now. Going through, also talking about Chris Sale. Chris Sale, possible Tommy John. He has been, you know, a question mark for the Red Sox for over a year now. With injuries, and his ERA was very high because he just wasn't fully healthy. I actually saw a picture of Chris Sale the other day. I sent it to the squad over here, and he just looked like a twig. And he's normally very skinny, but he caught, I believe, pneumonia and got sick, and so he was questionable to begin with for the season. But now with these Tommy John questions looming, I mean, you know, the Red Sox contract with Chris Sale is starting to look pretty sketchy. And this was the thing that the White Sox had talked about, where will his body hold up? He's just this skinny dude who slings it from the left side, throwing 97. I mean, how sustainable is that for how long? And if Chris Sale is out for the year with Tommy John, the Red Sox already questionable rotation is a really big question mark. And a guy like Eduardo Rodriguez is really going to have to step up, become an ace there. But, I mean, that would be a huge blow for the Boston Red Sox. So we'll see what happens with Chris Sale. As a Yankee fan, never wish injury on anybody, so I hope, you know, I want to see him compete. But, you know, again, big question mark for the Red Sox going into the season. Another thing is keeping in the American League with the Angels employee that was fired for giving visiting players sticky substances, basically helping them cheat. Not basically, helping them cheat. That is crazy. This guy, Brian Harkins here, I have him 30 years with the organization. 30 years with the Angels. So how long has this been going on where he's been helping other opposing pitchers cheat? That is some sketchy stuff. That is a rat. That is a guy in the system that needs to get out. Again, all this stuff, man, coming up about cheating has been wild. This is just very interesting because he's helping opposing pitchers cheat. I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine the Angels being very happy about that, obviously, with firing. So, I mean, that to me is insane. And there's a lot going on inside baseball, and we've seen it again and again with cheating. It is just, they're going to make examples of anybody that's doing it. So Angels firing that guy, that is just wild, though. You know, who knows? Now the Angels maybe make the playoffs, right? They got Mike Trout, they got Justin Upton, Rendon. Like, they got a lineup And maybe those guys on the other opposing side, man, don't have the sticky substance anymore, so we'll see what happens there. Some other news that going around the big leagues, we talked about Christian Yelich last week with the possible extension. It is official, $215 million over 9 years. Christian Yelich talks about Milwaukee being his home. He is so comfortable there. We talked about that last week where Christian Yelich he feels Milwaukee. He is Milwaukee. He is the Giannis of Milwaukee. They got some superstars over there. It's going to be fun to see Christian Yelich there for another 9 years in his prime. We'll see what he could bring a championship to Milwaukee, but congrats to Christian Yelich bringing in that dough. Again, $215 million, 9 years, well deserved. I think he could have very well got even more money. Another extension in the MLB is Yoan Moncada, a top prospect that was traded from the Red Sox to the White Sox. And he finally came about it. He started to come into his own, showcase his #1 prospect. He was #1 overall prospect for baseball before he came up. He got 5 years, $70 million. I think, again, it shows what we saw the other year where guys are just really trying to extend and kind of get their contracts done because of free agency question marks. Yoan Moncada, the guy that I think his brightest years are yet to come, but last year slashed .315 with 25 home runs and 79 RBIs. Really came into his own last year. He is an unbelievable talent. The White Sox are a very interesting team that is going to get better and better and better. Great. I think it's a great signing for the White Sox. We saw, I think it was Ozzie Albies signed something very similar, and everyone's like, oh, we could have got way more money. But again, $70 million is still nothing to slouch at. Yoan Moncada gets his extension. The White Sox are grooving. I think they could be a potential playoff team in the next couple years with all the young talent that they have coming up. So, exciting young player getting exciting money. Congrats to him. Congrats to the White Sox. Good deal on both sides. Lastly on my list is another Yankee, Aroldis Chapman, signing a pick of a Houston garbage can. I thought that was hilarious. Shout out to Aroldis Chapman for doing that, man. We all know, if you guys, you guys should be familiar with 2019. Jose Altuve hits a walk-off home run off of Aroldis Chapman. You just see him on the mound, just absolutely stunned. Like, he knew and grinning. He knew that Altuve knew what was coming. They knew what was going on there in 2019. So shout out to Aroldis Chapman for showcasing his personality, throwing a little bit of shade at the Houston Astros, signing that garbage can. Overall, that was hilarious. I'm curious to see what, again, as a Yankee fan, this year's going to be nuts. The Astros come into town in September. Definitely got to go to that game. I got to see Aroldis Chapman pitch, man. But again, a lot of good stuff going on inside baseball. It's a really exciting time right now. We've got spring training kind of not wrapping up but getting into the heat of things. We're actually heading down to Arizona next Thursday through Tuesday. So if you guys are in Arizona, make sure you come say what's up to us. We're going to be all around ballparks, hanging out there, hanging out with our boys over at Trevor Bauer and Watch Momentum. So again, stay tuned for what's to come. We got some vlogs coming up. And let us know what you guys think of these recap videos. Comment below. What do you guys think about the extensions? What do you think if Aaron Judge is going to be there? Will Chris Sale get Tommy John? And what do you guys think about the cheating Angels employee? Again, make sure you guys give this a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more videos, and thank you guys for watching.